Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on the 2 free titles you can pick up over on the Epic Game Store. We've got 2 freebies scheduled for next week as well. And then I also want to highlight a bunch of deals available at our good friends over at Green Man Gaming. They've got an awesome star deal right now, and on top of that, I do want to highlight some upcoming games that are dropping, some titles to be excited for, so we'll get to all of that. But first of all, the freebies over on the Epic Game Store, you do have 2 free titles in Return to Ash and then also StarCraft X Starter Edition. Now, StarCraft X is a free-to-play title, and the Starter Edition gives you some in-game content and things of that nature. So, you've got Return to Ash, you've got that as well, StarCraft X. The Starter Edition actually goes for $25, so that's fairly reasonable. A free-to-play MMO FPS with RPG elements is StarCraft X. Start exploring the world of the Zone with the Starter Pack. Hey, how about that? Explore the world of the Zone. It includes everything you need for your initial raids, a 7-day premium, weapons, armor, artifacts, and cosmetics. If you do want to check that out, that is available for free. And then Return to Ash is also available. Very positive reception on this one. 95 Steam user reviews, 97% positive. So if it had more reviews, it would literally be in the overwhelmingly positive territory. What would you do if you woke up in the afterlife? The hospital room she knew is gone. Beyond the window lies a blank white void that stretches endlessly. Instead of the usual aches and pains, she awakens feeling better than she has in years. Is this a dream or is it more? Return to Ash is a narrative-driven visual novel focused on emotional storytelling and relationship building. Your decisions will shape Ashley's journey and determine how her story ends. Typically $5.99, available for free. Not the biggest freebies in the world, but hey, free titles are free titles. Next week we have Boxes, Lost Fragments, and My Night Job as the freebies as well. So you can check those out. But yeah, those are the freebies right now. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to highlight a bunch of deals over at our friends at Green Man Gaming. Right now, the star deal, which will be available for the next 24 hours, is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. 61% off for $15.60. This is an outstanding deal for the FF7 Remake, and I love the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I know some people are a little bit mixed on it as far as, you know, the story shift and everything like that. Look, I love the game. I think it's great. Part 1 is very much a setup title. Like, they really get cooking in Rebirth, but you definitely need to play Part 1 before you play Rebirth, so keep that in mind. But Part 1 is fantastic as well. Even though, again, it is a lot of setup, the gameplay's still quite good, the visuals are great, and yeah, had a great time with this, and for $15 and change, that's a great pickup. I do also want to note, Final Fantasy VII, the original, is 67% off for $3.94. We have not heard more about the updated release that's coming out, but at some point that is going to be coming out, and the original Final Fantasy VII will be getting delisted. So if you want to jump on FF7, now would be a good time to do so, to pick up the original. I just think it's a good shout to buy it. I mean, while the Remake Trilogy is coming out, most of you guys know that Final Fantasy VII, the Remake Trilogy, and the original, these games coexist. A lot of people view this, the Remake Trilogy as more of a sequel than anything, but yeah, the OG is still great. Echo S mod is fantastic, updated visuals, full voice acting, and the fan-done voice acting is phenomenal, and I know a lot of people are gonna want to have the original in their Steam library, because once the update comes out, probably gonna break all the mod support for the game as well, unless the mod creators go back and adjust them. So keep that in mind. OG FF7, all-time classic, so definitely recommend that for $3.94. Lastly, I do want to give you guys a heads up on a lot of games coming out. Obviously, Crimson Desert has taken the gaming world by storm, 15% off for $59.49. Crimson Desert may have had the most effective marketing campaign that I've seen out of a game maybe ever, given that this is a brand new IP, given that Pearl Abyss, while they're known for BDO, it's not like they're known in this world. The single-player action-adventure open-world title, they're not known in this world, and for a lot of people, they're going into Crimson Desert as a brand new game, not, oh, I loved BDO, so I'm going to check out Crimson Desert. The marketing for this game has been so effective and so phenomenal that I feel like this is a game that a lot of people can learn from in terms of how to market and promote a game. Now, to be fair, there have been other games that have had very effective marketing campaigns. I look at a Stellar Blade, a Black Myth Wukong. Those games were very effectively promoted as well. But on Crimson Desert, man, just to see the anticipation and the hype for this game explode in the last 4 weeks. That's really what should happen as you get closer to a game and they're really rolling out all the content in the game. And my barometer is always this. I have a lot of friends that play video games in my life, and more of them are more into the scene than others as far as what they know about games coming out, etc., etc. When I have my casual friends hitting me up about a game and asking me about a game, what do I think about it? That's when I know that the game has broken through and it's hitting that casual market. And with Crimson Desert, that has absolutely happened, and it really did happen after the first feature video dropped. I know there is this idea of, oh, this game is too good to be true, but now, there is this prevailing thought that after a while, after you see as much content as you have out of Crimson Desert, you kind of have to believe it. Now, where is the performance going to land? There are still some caveats that we got to work through, but the game looks exceptional, and as I mentioned, Green Man Gaming's got a 15% off for $59.49 if you're an XP member. If you're not, you can just use the code FEB15, that's FEB15, and you'll save 15% off. Coming out on the same day as Crimson Desert is Death Stranding 2 on the beach, and what a big day for PC gaming that's going to be, because Death Stranding 2, in my opinion, was the tie for a Game of the Year last year alongside Expedition 33. I thought that highly of Death Stranding 2. I think this game is incredible. You guys know I loved Death Stranding 1, however, Death Stranding 2, in my opinion, orders of magnitude a better game. The gameplay is better. You can say it's a little bit on the easier side. The narrative, to me, is so much better, so much more cohesive, so much easier to follow, and I just thought it was far more worthwhile to go through. The soundtrack is incredible. The only thing I would push back on is that this game is coming out on a 9-month delay on PC. $70 for its regular price point is kind of wild. A 9-month delayed game release should not be $70. It should be $59.99 at most, but, you know, again, GMG does have it discounted. It's 15% off for $59.49. The game's incredible, and it'll give you a lot of hours of content. The issue is, again, DS2 and Crimson Desert coming out on the same day. Most people are going to flock towards Crimson Desert because it's a brand new game, and they kind of do have a similar audience that they're going to target. Look, I get that people inherently, there's a lot of people that do inherently love the Kojima titles, but open world, content-filled games, like, dude, people can't juggle both. That's just gonna be impossible. Like, I'm unhinged and I have more time to play video games than most people, and maybe I'll be able to play both of them, but I already played through DS2, so that's not gonna be the title that I gravitate towards, and I think just on the basis that it's a brand new game, Crimson Desert is gonna be the title that I pick up, and this is one of those cases that because they're landing on the same day, I actually do think DS2 is going to be impacted from a sales standpoint. I think it'll do okay, but the fact is, people have to beat DS1 to play DS2, really. I mean, you could jump right into DS2, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then on top of that, you're talking about it being at a $70 price. Why don't I just go pick up the brand new game that's coming out at $70? That's gonna be this big open world action title as well that is so ambitious. DS2's an ambitious game, don't get me wrong, but a 9-month delay, $70. Look, I'm excited for it. Happy that it's coming out on March 19th and it's finally gonna be available on PC. But like I said, there are very few instances where I really think launching on the same day as another game is gonna impact it. When Mad Max dropped on the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5, I thought that was a very, very big, don't do that. Do not do that, and I get it. Sometimes you just gotta get these games out when you get it. DS2 on PC, and look, at the end of the day, this is a game that people are gonna buy over time. It's not the end of the world, but in terms of initial sales, I do not foresee this game's concurrent Steam player count being that strong. I can totally see it being a discussion point about how underwhelming it is, but nevertheless, 15% off, $59.49. The game's incredible, and I know I spent a lot of time just talking about how I wouldn't be releasing it on March 19th, but them's the breaks, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Lastly, I do want to note, I know you guys are excited for this one. Marathon is 16% off for $33.59. Let's go. Look, there's an open test that's going to be kicking off at the end of this month. I think people are going to play that, and then they'll ultimately decide whether or not they're going to pick it up. I still see the game doing okay. I think we'll get a good idea of how it's going to do after that open test wraps up, because then people will have their opinions made at that point. I think it's a really good idea that they're going to have a lengthy open test available for everyone, because this is a game that people are still certainly on the fence on, and a lot of people just inherently want to see the game fail. So It is what it is, but $33.59 on that. But that is going to do it for me. Again, 2 free titles over on the Epic Game Store. Final Fantasy VII Remake, INTERGRADE, great deal there. FF7 OG, Crimson Desert, Death Stranding 2 Marathon, some good stuff from GMG. Links to everything in the description box below. If you buy anything from GMG, I do get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.